You don't have a recruiting problem, you have a retention problem, and it's absolutely crushing your growth. I help commercial real estate firms retain top producers, grow and develop emerging talent, keep teams together that don't quit, even during tough cycles and tough markets. If you lead a commercial real estate firm or team and you're constantly having to deal with replacing team members, handling and managing team and fee disputes, managing underperformers, and most importantly, struggling to scale and grow your business, this video is for you. My name is Matthew E. Drain. For the past 14 years, I've helped national and regional commercial real estate firms solve the one problem that's keeping them stuck: talent, development, and retention. As a market leader, I've managed operations that did $1 billion in annual sales. I've personally trained, hired, and developed over 700 producers throughout my career. I can help you with the one thing that's keeping you stuck, which is retaining your talent and helping them grow and scale into productive agents and producers that stick with you. Whether you're managing 3 or 30 producers, I've developed systems, tools, and techniques that you can use to improve retention, grow your team, and increase revenue. And this system works. I call it the Deal Flow Accelerator. The Deal Flow Accelerator is a proven system, step by step, that will take someone who's new to the industry and walk them through how to build a productive brokerage business. That's step 1. Step 2 is working in partnership with the brokerage platform, show you exactly how to retain that talent once you've developed it. And trust me, there's a process. That process starts with having the right partnership structures that give a path for promotion and progress for that producer and avoids the constant bleeding of talent and turnover that most firms experience. There's 3 pillars on how we execute this strategy. Pillar 1 is to create a culture that converts. In partnership with working with platforms, we establish how they'll approach the marketplace and how they will build teams that have an expectation and a culture of performance, not politics. Pillar 2, systems that scale. Let's face it, senior mentors cannot always be there to directly mentor the junior producer. So you have to have an established framework for training and development that does not depend on and rely on a senior agent to give active time and energy to train that mentee. The Deal Flow Accelerator is exactly how we do that. It's a proven step-by-step process that will guide that junior through the steps of building a business that they can do on their time independent from the senior producer. It creates consistency and is predictable. Pillar 3, a clear path to partnership. It's not just about commission. Talent needs to know that they have a path for promotion, and you have to give them a clear path as to how they can achieve that goal. Anyone in any role wants to see a path for progress. You have to paint a compelling future for that producer, not just show them where their money is going. One of my clients, a firm that has about 30 producers located in the Northeast, upon starting partnership and working with Revolt, they now have established a weekly framework of accountability. They are no longer struggling with retention because every single week there is a process and a proven system that allows us to check in on production as well as see where the opportunities might exist to strengthen that loyalty and therefore retain that talent. It's because of the Deal Flow Accelerator program that each one of those producers has a clear path on what's needed and what's required to build a more sustainable income and a more sustainable business. Another client, within the first 5 months of partnership with Revolt CRE, they've not only attracted some really talented producers, but they've also now established a culture of collaboration. A team is bought into partnership, and year to date, in a market that is still somewhat slow, they've closed over 27 unique transactions, and this is a startup company that 12 months ago did not exist. Right now in your business, you have 3 options. Option number 1, keep on recruiting. There's always another person that can come in the door, and that's worked for you for many years. The only problem is that recruitment cycle never stops. So you're constantly bringing in talent that ultimately leaves. Option 2, you can put a Band-Aid on it. You can do things like play with the split, play with the partnership agreements, tweak it here and there, but that doesn't really work either. You're still bleeding out margin, and most importantly, bleeding out talent that leaves and goes to your competitor. Your third option is to install the Deal Flow Accelerator, which gives you a true framework for training junior talent that's not dependent upon the skill level of your mentor or of your senior. That process, that program, paired with redesigning your approach and your outlook on team structures and partnership agreements, that is what's going to create sustainable teams that scale. Here's what you get when you work with me: a retention audit built just for your organization. You get a proven step-by-step onboarding framework. So when you attract the right talent, how do you set them up for success to build a business plan that's successful and sustainable? You get a custom playbook to fix what's broken. There's not a single scenario in this business that I haven't seen, navigated through, and ultimately overcome. You'll receive my sales culture diagnostic and comp assessment. How do you compare relative to your competition? I can guarantee you that if you're not structuring your teams the right way, you'll always have a risk of retention because someone else is. Call scripts, leadership dashboards, and accountability frameworks. These are all things that any organization, especially smaller brokerage platforms, often lack. You'll have access to my tools and access to my templates in partnership with me. These type of resources and this support would easily be several $100,000s in full-time salary and benefits for a full-time sales manager or market leader. You won't pay a fraction of that. However, I can tell you in my experience in building teams and a market leader who did $1 billion in annual sales through leveraging a team of 120 producers, I know exactly what's missing in your organization. The Deal Flow Accelerator program is designed to increase your 12 to 24 month producers' revenue by 20% in the next 12 months. If you don't see significant growth in production after implementing this program, I'll gladly continue to partner with you until you see that result. And face it, the work still has to be done, but I'm confident that if you use these methods and these techniques, you'll see the result show up in revenue sooner than you ever could without having some structure of development for your talent. The first 5 teams to book a call with me this week, you'll get 3 takeaways just for you. The first is a 5-step deal debrief framework. This allows you to coach junior agents on the probability of actually getting a deal done and closed, and do that in less than 10 minutes per week. Bonus 2, a retention reporting system that allows you to check in and see how close you are to achieving that framework that will keep your talent at your firm and not seeking to go elsewhere. And bonus number 3, lifetime access to our vault. Our vault consists of learning, tools, and trainings over 14 years that have been compiled on any single topic that you can think of as it relates to the brokerage business. This vault literally has the answer and solution to any problem you might encounter at your firm, at the team and talent level, as well as market strategies to grow market share and therefore revenue. You can keep spinning your wheels, hiring talent, hoping that you attract the right people, hoping that over time they stay and ultimately don't leave for a competitor. Or we can fix the one problem that you have, which is not recruitment, it's retention. By partnering with Revolt CRE and implementing the Deal Flow Accelerator, you provide a framework to train your talent. That talent is now sustainable and they can succeed over a period of time. And we can then work to reset the culture of partnership that keeps that talent in the seat and avoids them having to go outside to find a solution to grow their business. So click the link, schedule the call, and let's discuss how we can implement this in your business and at your platform today.